Hello, I'm Czardus. Grab some coffee, sit back and relapse as we build in Planet Zoo. As you can see, we have a baby gorilla. Isn't it so cute? It was just born. We have actually a couple of them. You can see another one back there. But that is really good to see because we want to be breeding those extremely endangered species. And that will really be good. We actually don't have a ton of people over here yet, but today what I want to do is I want to focus over in here because the next set of animals I want are chimpanzees, and we don't have enough conservation credits to get the minimum number that we need. So I want to focus on this area here, and what I want to do is get a little bit of staff parking in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to, as soon as the light is into midday, which we're actually at the end of the day, so these shadows are getting longer, but soon it will reset and then we'll have more light. What I want to do is get a nice path in here. We'll pause when we get to that point, but I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a grid of 10. And what I want is we will actually get this as close to the edge as we can. And then we're going to grab this grid and just go like this, just to get a little bit of a parking lot in here, and then deselect and we can get their road coming out like this. And then what we'll do is we will curve the road like this so we can make it seem we can hide the end with trees. And then on this side we'll just bring this together like that. So then once we have this in here, what I want to do is I want to find in construction, there should be a Jeep or a vehicle or something. There it is. And I actually have staff vehicles from the workshop. This is by, let's see who it's by really quick. By Keyboard Keeper. And I like those. We will use some of those, but I think what I really want is this. Oh, look at that. Conservation pack expansion. I don't have that, and these vehicles are actually part of that, it seems. Or like something very similar. But we'll get the African off-road vehicles in here, because I think some of the staff would build or like would drive those, and I want them way over here. Actually, this is going to be a huge parking lot. Probably bigger than the staff needs. So let's go ahead and move this and make this a little bit smaller. Take this back out because I want to get this grid. And I want to get this in here. Oh, that is not working quite right. Okay. There we are. Okay, so this, I want spaces way in the corner there. Yeah, and then what we can do is we can duplicate that, and I think we'll get parking spot there. That might be a little too tight, so we'll move this a little bit more like that, and then duplicate again. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Although no, what I think I want, we're going to get rid of this, and we're just going to have two here, because then that leaves it open that trucks could, or like deliveries and stuff like that, could make it all the way in there. So then the next thing I want is just a line here, and I'll find something to use as a line. Okay, so I found this wooden beam that I have changed the color a little bit and rotated it down. We're going to apply this. And then what I want to do is we want to move this over to here. And we want to just, we're going to have pretty big parking spaces, but I wanted to get the right size here. So we can bring that over like that. And then what I want to do is we will just, let's see, how do I want to do this? What we'll do is we'll put another one. Actually, we'll do this. We'll just grab them both and duplicate them like this. And then I know that I have an extra one here that we can delete. And now we can come in and grab all three of them and do the same thing just to get a little bit more here. then come in and delete the extra one. And then we're going to duplicate all of them. And you can see that I'm just kind of expanding the number that we have here. And that pretty much gets us to the end here. So what I'm going to do is, I think we can get 2 more spaces in there. I might be wrong. Maybe it's just 1, but nope. I think that will work there. So then we'll just delete this so we don't have that extra one. And then I want to come in here and we should be able to highlight them like that. And then duplicate and bring this down to about here. And then we're going to move this guy over a little bit. And then duplicate this one again. Get that over to there. And this one on the end, we'll actually raise it up a little bit because that'll be a little bit more like a curb. And then I want to rotate one. Not this one. Gonna get a new one in. Rotate it. And then that's going to be the end. And this can be a curb too. But what I think I'll do with the curb is we're going to come in here and grab this one and this one. And then I want to change the color of them to like a brighter color. Yeah, actually like all white. And then we're going to come in and start duplicating this all the way across as a curb. Yeah, it's a curb that they can drive across. Maybe we don't need that, actually. Let's take this back out. Because we've got a curb here, which should help protect there a little bit. And in fact, let's just get a whole planter in here. Yeah, I want like a classic planter. Like that. That'll work even better than that curb. Yeah, and that'll just help protect this whole area for any pedestrians that are there. Protect this from anything driving this way, but also allow them to get through there. So now we want vehicles. Let's go ahead and get a couple of staff vehicles parked in here. And they can both be moved upwards a little bit so that their tires are not in the ground. And that should work. So that gets that in place. And then what I want to do is I just want to get some trees in here to provide a little bit of nature for them. But I do want a more like substantial barrier here. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the spruce here and bring it back a little bit so that we can get a little bit of landscaping in there. But then we'll bring this along like this, kind of matching that curve a little bit. Like that. So now guests over here can't see over there quite as well, but I do want to come over here and let's see if we can get like a fence. We can get some fences in here. Now what I want is one that they can't see through. Now this is kind of a small one. So what I might do is I might build a custom one. And so what we want to do is we're going to search for wood. And what I want then is we are going to find some wood beams or planks. Yeah, probably planks. We could get a plank wall panel. I kind of want this though. A plank, though I don't like the look of that for what we're doing here. It is a nice little fence though. I think we'll go ahead and use that. It'll be a simple thing, another little privacy thing. And the nice thing is now we can just use our Control X to get more ones in here. And most of it I want to be pretty straight. But if we want to curve it a little bit, which we probably will need to actually. Well, no, we could have a straight wall almost all the way over here. Yeah, just a nice fence right over that way to block behind these trees. And on this side, we'll come over, and in a minute we will curve it a little bit. Although even here, that fence, that could come straight along here too. I think here is where I am going to curve it a little bit. So it's not quite a curve, it's more like a little angle here, which will work just fine. Okay, and then these two panels will take off. These two we'll delete, and then we'll get a path in here. And we want a staff path coming off of here. But I'd really like some of this to be... There we go. There we go. So technically, staff can only be the ones that go there. And that hides that a little bit. And then what we can do is on this side, we can make it look a little bit nicer. So we're going to come in with short grass. And then we are going to get some nice looking nature here. We'll go ahead and sort by North America temperate. That is where our park is set. So anything we build here will grow nice. And I think we'll go ahead and line this with azaleas all the way along here. Okay, so that's the azaleas, and then what can we put behind there? I think I want... Okay, so we could get a bramble bush, but I think I want something nicer than that. But this will be another thing that is providing color through here and providing cover. So we might not... I mean, the fence is like another little extra touch there, but I think everything we've got here will like block the view of that parking lot. And in general, like, there's no purpose functionally to that parking lot. It's just really something for the look here. Yeah, so at their eye level, they can't see. They can just see all these beautiful azaleas and then some nice tall trees behind there. Yeah, and maybe we don't even have to do anything. What we could do is we could make this look a little bit more realistic with a little bit of soil underneath these trees, because grass won't grow under trees like this very well. And in general, this is the sort of thing that you can do to your zoos that just, it's a nice little touch. It's easy to do, and it makes the whole thing feel a little bit more realistic, so that you're not just sitting there with a, bunch of habitat sitting around. You've got a little bit of vegetation that is decorating everything. We'll go ahead and bring these all the way over like that. Okay, and then back here we can go ahead and get a couple more trees here. And this really is just intended to fill this side and be a background. We can get the path a little bit further here now, though. Like that. I don't like this path here. There we go. That's better. And then again, on this side, what we want to do is we just want to hide the fact that the road ends. So we're just going to get some of these trees that I've planted to just kind of hide that a little bit. I'd like to get a little bit more here. And that one, I mean, trucks would have trouble with that, but it does kind of hide that a little bit. And what we could do is we could put more of these lines in. These are probably too big. if we come in here, these were beams. This is the Planet Zoo beam square painted. Beam square painted. We want the small one. So what we're going to do now is we are going to rotate this and then get it a little bit lower. And is that kind of in the middle? Yeah. We're going to make this look like a road. There we go. So then it comes in here, and then you can just kind of imagine that at this point, vehicles would be able to go whichever way they want. Let's get another tree over here now. Yeah, and that kind of just fills this whole area in. Let's go ahead and we can get one more little thing in here. Just a little bit of bramble. I mean, nothing exciting. Just to get a little bit of greenery in here. Hopefully it's not something that they have to do much maintenance with, but, you know, it adds one little thing for them. And that is our staff area. So I'm happy with that. It really fills this area in a little bit and makes a nice little border for stuff. And again, it just adds a nice little staff parking lot. And we'll go from there. So that's it. Be sure to click on the video on the screen now. It will take you to the next video in the series if it is out. If not, just click on it and go watch another video of mine. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Take care.